Kada sam bila u Indiji, pružila mi se prilika da se sretnem sa guvernerom koji kontroliše čitavu jednu veliku regiju. Nećete verovati, 18,5 miliona stanovnika. Reći će neki da je to gradonačelnik Nju Delhija, a ja bih rekla da je to u stvari gradonačelnik jednog kontinenta. U proceduru idemo na intervju sa gospodinom Džangom. Okay, hello. Hello, sir. Hello. Ovo je kancelarija ili ofis guvernera Delhija. I sam kaže da ovo nije samo grad, jer kako grad može da ima 18,5 miliona stanovnika?
You know, we have a federal system of government where there is the elected state legislature in the states and there is the parliament in the center. And the states have some powers and the parliament has some powers, central government has some powers, and there are some common powers in between which both share. But there are some cities which are not full states. These are union territories, and Delhi is one of them, where the state doesn't have as many powers as the regular states, and here the governors have some exclusive powers which other governors do not have. This is the President of India, so I report to him.
Do you think that there is a kind of a gap between understanding Indian people and India at all?
I think the world doesn't know enough of India. That's the problem. We are a very modern country in our own way. We've just sent a rocket to Mars.
30 seconds to go, a nerve-wracking countdown, then this. India became the first in the world to successfully reach Mars's orbit on its first attempt.
We are amongst the only 4 or 5 countries in the world which have taken a successful Mars journey. Our software engineers, are the best in the world. Our accountants are amongst the best in the world, as are our doctors. But the tragedy is that impressions are made and then those impressions stick. The modernization process of India, while it started 30, 40 years ago, it's really kicked off in the last 20 years. So when I was a young man and growing, our economy was of limited size. Today, we are probably the 3rd, 4th largest economy in the world.
When you are working, usually this is the place where you work.
That is right. This is where I work normally.
Yes.
I have an office in my house also sometimes. So if in the mornings or late nights, if I work, then I will show you where I live. Come.
Okay, thank you.
We can walk this way.
When the viewers are going to see this man walking behind us, who is so beautifully dressed,
Yes.
explain me, who is he and what he's doing for you?
See, the office of the governor is also ceremonial. So he is the man who really ushers in visitors in my office, or if I have to go for an official function, then he stays 2 steps ahead so that, everything is all right. He's a very fine man, he's beautifully trained, his etiquettes and his manners are perfect. He's like Jeeves in a Woodhouse book.
And he would defend you if I attack you.
No, that's not his job. There are many people in this place right now who are defending me, who you are not able to see. That man, for instance, there.
Yes.
Right, he's fully armed.
I didn't see.
Yes.
He's fully armed?
Yes, he is. Wow. So those are things which the government expects that governors would be protected. This is a 100-year-old house, so built in something like 1911.
How do you call it? Governor's house or what?
Yes, it is called the Raj Nivas. It means the governor's house. Yes. In the good old days, when the capital moved to Delhi from Calcutta, that is when the chief commissioner used to live here. There's one commissioner who used to run the revenue district of Delhi, and we became a state. It was in 67 or 68 when the first lieutenant governor started living here.
To control such a big amount of people, how are you applying the laws, for example, in this country?
It is not difficult to run a city. It is complex to run a city like this because there are many, many complexities. We are a country where there reside many religions. Our states are very far from each other, and therefore A person from South India has different culture from a person from North India. So there are interwoven complexities in managing the system. But if you were telling me it's difficult, no, because the laws are pretty old and firm. We have a very firm, robust system. The civil administration is beautifully trained. We have a very elite civil service, and indeed the police service and the army.
What you would like to achieve?
What you want to achieve is run this system to the best of your abilities and in a effective manner, which means to ensure justice, to ensure equality, to ensure full supply of, say, electricity, to run a system where the traffic runs well, to ensure that our school systems run beautifully. It all takes effort. And the dream is that all this should work beautifully.
What for you would be a thing which you like the most and what you dislike? That you know that you have to do it, but it's not always what you prefer.
It's this great opportunity that God has given to work for the poorest of the poor. We are a country where there are a large number of poor people. And this job gives me an opportunity to work for them. Now that's a very unique opportunity, and I think that I'm blessed. What is something which takes my time, but I may not necessarily enjoy, is a lot of ceremonial functions that I need to attend being Lieutenant Governor here. So it takes time. If I have to receive somebody, or if I have to go to a formal function and there are so many receptions, I think it costs me my time. It's expensive on time. It's something which I don't really always enjoy.
Do you have time at all to walk like this and to come here and to sit somewhere?
I have very long working hours. I start about 6 in the morning at my office, bungalow office. My office is right here. Mm-hmm. And I work there till about 8:30. About 9ish, I go to this place where you came. And I sit physically there till about 7:30. So it's after 7:30 that I try to come out, and this is a running path here. So I try to run along the house. Mm-hmm. It's about half an hour or so it gives me a time to enjoy the lawn. And
thank you so much for this interview, and thank you for this rare opportunity for a journalist. I heard that you don't give interviews. This is what I heard, and I'm very glad that you showed me around and that I had the feeling that I'm accepted. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for coming. Welcome to India.
Thank you.
Have a good time.
Thank you. You too.
Thank you.
Thank you.